Lord Alturus.
One of the two Astartes guards steps from the shadows and approaches the table.
The security pit has gone dark, and we have lost contact with the others.
His voice a low rumble over the gentle hissing and whirring of his festering, plague-ridden power armor.
Secure the room! Immediately!
Alturus barked, reaching for his Voxcaster.
Balfius, report!
But the Vox just crackled its own echo back.
Balfius, damn it! Answer me, or I'll have the Mechanicum repurpose you into a latrine servitor!
He hissed, but to no avail. The Vox, while still operational, was not with the Marine. They were all looking at him now, their Talon Master, agitated such as this, realizing that they could actually be in danger.
Everyone to the armory now! We must gear up!
Mulbrin orders, and even Alturus gets up and moves without protest.
It's her, Lord. It must be. She could be setting prisoners free. We are blind and cornered.
Mulbrin, speaking below his breath to Alturus with obvious fear in his voice.
You forget who you are, Mulbrin.
Alturus growls as he thrusts the man's horned ram-styled, light-absorbing helmet at him.
We are Night Lords. You are Night Lords. Ave Dominus Nox.
Alturus belts out, this time to all three men. Thrax and Vashrik remain quiet, with visibly concerned faces as they put on their Mark IV power armor and assess their weapons. There are only two psychic hoods on board, and Alturus dons one and hands the other to Mulbrin. The other two notice this, yet remain silent.
By the warp. You lot look scared. If anyone else were to hear of this, you would be flayed.
He half-whispered as he looked to Orlion, who for all the sudden commotion was still sitting comfortably, watching them with a slight smile.
Orlion, seal the...
Already done, my lord. Nothing will come through that door unless we open it.
He says. Or if I die, he thinks. His staff now near to raging with arcs of color and echoing sounds of pain and torture, as if angry.
What is happening, Orlion? Is it her?
If it is, I am unable to detect her presence any longer. Unless she's removed the collar.
Standing suddenly at this grave realization.
Quickly to the ready! I must call upon a servant of the prince!
He demanded anxiously, while moving quickly to the open area of the room.
Summoning a demon host. For a girl. You put us all at risk.
We are already in danger, my lord. There is no time but to prepare for my return.
With an illuminated magic rune clutched in his hand, he began to shimmer and warp like a funhouse mirror show when a tear in the void they could all feel began to envelop him. The now fastidious Night Lords, clad in their brackish blue, lightning-splashed power armor and armed with bolters and power swords, all stood back immediately away as the Dark Priest vanishes in front of them silently. Completely aware that he has traveled into the warp to bind a demon, and having witnessed it before, they are nevertheless shocked enough it leaves them momentarily stunned. The knowledge that what comes back might simply take immense pleasure, and its sweet time, in feasting upon them as well as the rest of the ship's occupants, bore them no additional comfort. Alturus was the first to speak.
You two, outside the door, and lock it behind you.
He ordered the guarding plague marines who, without a word, immediately comply. Hearing the lock bite into place, he turns towards his men.
Vashrik and Thrax, get that table onto its side and center it to the door. We will want the cover. We don't know how long Orlion will take, nor what exactly we are up against. Curse the Emperor. But by Orlion's response, we must ready ourselves for the worst. Mulbrin and I will take the back, near the hearth, covering you, as well as whatever comes back in Orlion's stead.
He motioned to Mulbrin. thankful that he couldn't see the fear he knew the man was wearing beneath his helm, and they walked to the most secure and isolated part of the hall.
My lord, Mordbrin, if you so much as incline that we are at any kind of disadvantage, I will personally execute you as a traitor here and now,
he says, hushed yet furiously.
Do you wish to continue? My lord, it's Orion. Surely he has a bound soul of his own. Why not call it, rather than run off in search?
Alturas had in fact not thought of that.
Good question,
he says reluctantly. They take their places as out of sight as possible, when both of their attention is quickly directed towards the sudden and catastrophic sounds coming from beyond the freshly locked door.